Hi Leo, my ascendant brothers and sisters. Welcome to your month ahead tarot scope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share and hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, thank you so much for all of your continued support. You know I love you for it, and thank you so much. If you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. If you would like to donate to the channel for any of these videos, you can do so on the web link below. So before we start, I would like to bless all three of these decks with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So, month of November 2018. Let's see what it has in store for us. And I say us because I am, as many of you know by now, a Leo ascendant. So, actions and interactions with the world at large. Beautiful. You've got the Eight of Cups. So, Leo, you are letting something go. You are deciding finally to move past something. Your actions and your interactions is what you do. The Eight of Cups is about movement. It's about internal emotional movement, and this effectively says to me that we're looking inside this month to ask ourselves, what is it that I can free myself from, and what is it that I feel like I'm already over? Interesting as well, because I've been having a lot of internal dialogue lately about certain things that I feel, you know, have taken up too much time. Things that have taken up too much space, too much energy, too much emotion, and you're asking yourself, okay, right, what can I let go of? How can I free up some of this internal space? How can I move forward? How can I let go of whatever my disappointments are? And if you haven't done it, you should be asking yourself that this month. What is it? What, you know, and I know I've got some, and it's funny because I have very few regrets. And I kind of feel this month, this is what we're going to be cleansing. This is what we're going to be clearing. Whatever the regrets are, whatever the hold-ups are, or, you know, what could I, shoulda, woulda done better. All of that stuff. It's like this month you find a way to just switch that off and say, okay, you know what? I can ask myself that stuff until I'm blue in the face. It's not going to help me. What I need to do is just keep moving forward and keep forging on and forging ahead. And that is beautiful. And if you see here as well, I love this deck. It's my new deck. I will be doing a review shortly. It's basically her weighing the cups out, and this is really taking a moment to get familiar with your emotions and ask yourself, okay, am I having that experience, or is it just an echo of something that happened so long ago and I've forgotten that I'm carrying it for no reason? You know, the eight of Cups always addresses an emotional imbalance, and in that way, what she's asking you to do, what this card is asking us to do, is to say to yourself, right, okay, is this something I feel now, or is it just an echo of something that I've already experienced? And that's when when you realize that stuff, you catch it in the act, and you can say, right, okay, well, I know I can free up a lot of mental time, space and energy just by saying, right, okay, draw a line under it and be done with it. Money and materials in the month of November. We get the Magician. Ooh, I like it. Yeah, I like it like that. I like Cardi B. It's one of my guilty pleasures. What can I say? I know a lot of you are sitting there like, what? Money and materials in the month of November. So the Magician card is about strength. It's about, you know, not strength as in the strength card. The Magician card is about strength of will. It's about the understanding that you can create anything and everything that you put your mind to. Now, the interesting thing for me here is it's almost like once you really decide, or, you know, let go of these emotional imbalances, or what I want to call them actually, it's like they're ghosts of the past. You know, like echoes of the past that are still having an effect on the way that you think and feel now. I want you to dispel that, because with the Magician card in your money and materials, once you free up that, I kind of feel like it's going to project out into your future, and it's going to start to bring you more what we call abundance and prosperity in terms of your physical, you know, your physical vitality, absolutely, but also in terms of your financial and prosperous stuff. For those Leos that have experienced, for those of you especially that are self-employed, for those of you that have experienced a lull in, you know, money coming in, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's all dried up, where's it going, what, you know, why is nobody booking, why is da. Shift your focus and change your vibration. The Magician card basically says you are communicating out something to the universe that is coming from a past place of lack, and it's really important that you get clear on this. You know, it's interesting as well, because I was saying about all this internal dialogue stuff. So effectively, how prosperous do you want to be in the month of November? And if you're, you know, I know everyone's sitting there saying, I want to be, you know, proper prosperous. I want to be really prosperous. I want to, you know, I want clients. I want money to come in. I want that promotion. I want that new job. I want to, you know, I want to be chosen for the person that knows so much in their field. All of that stuff. That's great. And you've got the energy, the power there for the Magician saying, I'll give you the strength, I'll give you the power, I'll give you the wand, so that you can start to create what it is that you want. What it's going to require you to do is shift your emotional vibration and your emotional intent. If you're coming from a place of lack and a place of need, and we've all heard this stuff, but what I'm saying to you is this month, your lifescape and your ability to earn money is going to be very linked to your emotional vibration. And it's really important that that vibration is clear and clean enough for you to be broadcasting out, I am already abundant, I am already prosperous, I already have loads of clients. You know, I already had loads of clients. The fact that I'm not getting so many at the moment, what do I need to look at? Has it given me time to get all of my other bits and bobs done and, you know, get all my ducks in a row? Probably. You know, don't look at it as like a, oh no, I need to grab onto stuff. When you come from the place of the Magician, you literally just open your palms. And I saw somebody post just a sentence, and I tell you what, it absolutely blew me away, because it's the truth. When you're a magician, you literally manifest your will through your sheer, you manifest what you want through your sheer force of will. You speak what you want and the universe brings it right to you. Ultimately, because you are aligned with whatever its purpose and its prophecy is for you. So effectively, you know, that sounds really big and profound and flowery. So what am I saying? In practical terms, what I'm saying to you is, do not come from a place of lack this month. Understand that you have the ability to create this kind of sustenance and, you know, prosperity and abundance that you want and that you need. And also speak it out. It's not enough just to have the thought. You know, this is one of the things that I get really annoyed with the law of attraction, because, you know, people think, oh, you know, I'll just think it and suddenly I'll win the lottery tomorrow. Do you even play the lottery? No? Okay, so it's probably not going to happen then. That's really a bad example. To go beyond that, are you putting your 50% in? Are you doing the work that you need to, so that certain opportunities for abundance and prosperity can make their way to you? Are you putting in your part? The whole point of being a magician is to co-create your destiny. Truly co-create your destiny. Speak it out. This month, interact with people and let people know what your intentions are. You know, if you're saying to yourself, if you're sitting there now saying to yourself, oh, I intend to be successful, start telling people, I intend to be successful. Talk about it, get, you know, behind it, get emotive about it. Start, you know, start speaking it into existence, I guess is what I'm saying to you. Communications with the world at large. Two of Swords. This is interesting. This is... I love tarot, I really do, because this is, you know, look at that. So in your communication sector, you get the Two of Swords. And many people would say in that case, you're not supposed to speak a lot. What it feels like to me is this is about true communication. So when you speak to people this month, don't give away all of your ideas, firstly. And second, when you speak to people this month, it's really important that you speak what is right, that you speak what is true for you. If you catch yourself thinking, you know, talking to someone and you think, actually, I don't even believe that, stop yourself mid-sentence and just say, I don't know why I said that. Is it a part of this echo from a past, you know, a past self or a past experience that happened for you? The Two of Swords asks you to trust your feelings and trust your intuition. Know when to speak and what to say. Don't just speak for the sake of it. And this is why I say, you know, once you clearly define what you want and you understand things and you've let go of certain emotional patterns and imbalances, you'll be able to communicate that much clearer. you know, not just to the world at large, but to the universe. And ultimately, the Magician is a card of communication. And it's almost like the feeling that I get from it is, if you want to communicate to the universe, I want abundance, I need abundance, or, you know, I am prosperous and, you know, I'm successful. Actually, it's very funny because I don't really say that. You know, for myself, I ask to be successful in my endeavours. You know, the rest will come attached to it. I ask to be successful, and if that's what you want, communicate that. Communicate thoughts of success, not thoughts of failure, not thoughts of lack. Not, you know, really be precise about what it is that you're asking for, and be prepared to put the work in to make it happen. Heart and Half this month, your personal relationships. The Emperor. Beautiful card, especially in this deck. So the Emperor is basically saying, for those of you that are single, this is probably going to be another quiet month on that front. You know, because the Emperor asks you to get committed, and I feel this month it's about getting committed to yourself. You're really asking yourself the fundamental questions of, right, okay, what do I want? What do I need? And by defining that, it's interesting because this is really similar to the Leo reading. You know, by defining that and communicating that, you know, and being sure in and of what it is that you're speaking into existence, that's what you'll bring to you. But I really feel like this is you know, some people would say, oh, it's a very selfish month. I don't feel that it's selfish. I feel like it's self-preservational. For those of you that are partnered, this is about a deepening of your commitment. It's interesting because you've got the Two of Swords there. I kind of feel like you guys are making decisions. For some of you, this is about whether you're going to stay together or not. You're asking yourself that really big question, is this right for me still? Is it right for you still? Is this where we want to be? And I say that because the Emperor card is a card of commitment. And you're asking yourself, you know, in your communications, the Two of Swords, you're making a decision. With the Emperor card there, this is making a decision about your commitment. So for those of you that are in couples, I really feel like you'll be asking that big question at some point this month, which is, you know, really interesting. So your weeks ahead of the month, you have, in the first week of November, the World card. You are leveling up. Interesting, because Cancer got this card in this position as well. You are leveling up. You're taking a step up, and you're doing that because you're really observing your emotional foreground. Your emotional understanding and intelligence is going to peak this month, and you're going to really, you know, the World card there, especially with the Magician, it feels to me like you're not only going to get some sort of recognition for what it is that you do, but you're going to get some sort of recompense. And, you know, the way that I feel it is, it's almost like once you sort out the emotional stuff and you start to broadcast this right thing, you're going to see how quickly the universe comes to meet you. And you're going to be able to stay in that flow, in that vibe, which is beautiful. It really is. Second week, the Hanged Man. Take it easy in the second week. Take it easy in the second week of November, because, you know, underneath the Magician card and the Hanged Man, effectively what this is saying is use your power wisely. So once you figure out how to make it work and how to start manifesting, you know, things every minute, don't then just go on a mad sort of wand waving spree. Take a minute and ask yourself, right, I've manifested that, what do I want to manifest next? The Hanged Man is basically saying, take your time to do it right, so that you can keep a flow going, or get a flow going, rather than you manifest something and then you have weeks of doing nothing and it slows down, and then you manifest something and then you have weeks where, you know, get into this idea of what it means to have a flow instead of just a bam, stop, bam, stop. It's a lot more fulfilling, and it's actually easier to keep it going. Third week of November, the Emperor. Ooh, in your communications, right underneath the Two of Swords. So this is really about your, you know, your relationship. It's also about your communication in your relationship. There will definitely be big talks happening this month, for those of you that are in relationships, and you will be asking yourselves, is this right going forward? And if it's not, can we fix it? And if we can't fix it, what are we going to do about it? The Emperor card is always a card of deep action, and it always sees you making the decisions, which is why it's a card of commitment, because ultimately what is commitment? It's a decision, right? So third week looks like some intense communications or conversations. And then the fourth week of November, you get the Death card. So there is definitely something coming to an end. There's definitely something coming to a close. But, you know, look at this. I love this card. And the reason I say that is because if you look there, the figure of death is actually holding a baby in its arms. And what that, you know, it's not about a dying baby. What it effectively means is that, you know, when one door closes, another one opens. It's about a transformation. The old way of doing your relationship is about to end. If not, the relationship itself will end. Something or someone in your life will be leaving you this month. And the reason being is because it's about to make space for something else that's coming in. You know, and my advice to you, it doesn't look like you will be, but my advice to you is don't cling to anything or anyone that wants to go this month. If, you know, if something or someone leaves, you must let it go, because it will be for your highest good in the end. Your key to the month, Judgment. And there's definitely some big changes in store for you, Leo. There is definitely some, you know, there's going to be some wrongs righted. I feel for some of you as well, this is going to be like an old boss or somebody that you used to work with is going to get into contact. And a part of you is going to be like, I'm going to rip them a new one. You know? But I would listen to what they've got to say. Anyone that comes back into the fold, whether it's an ex-partner, whether it's a, you know, an ex-boss, whether it's somebody from the place that you used to work at or anything like that, hear them out before you formulate your idea or your before you formulate your response. Don't just come from your feelings or that echo of your feelings, because this is, when I say an echo or a ghost, it's almost like the event's already happened and you're just holding on to how you felt about it at the time, when really the truth is you've gained a lot of wisdom and understanding from it, and you've been able to transmute that into a money making, you know, into the fuel that you need to start making more money, whatever the experience was. Judgment card always precedes as well big changes. There are big changes ahead of you, Leo. And this is going to be a really interesting month for you. I think it will be a good month, absolutely, but I think it will also be an interesting one, to say the least. I wish you an abundance of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance itself. Have an amazing week. If you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, get onto the website. Take care. See you soon.